Hello, and welcome back to Live and On Demand, the greatest television show in all of Boise State University. Today in this episode, we'll be tackling all things President's Day, from what it even is to our very own presidential debate. Stay tuned.
Hello, and welcome to Are You Smarter Than a UTP Student? My name is Jake, and I'll be hosting today. Today, I would like to invite my first guest, Georgia, my second guest, Riley Chappelle, and my third guest, Riley Sullivan, to join me in a game show. Today, we're going to be asking 3 questions based on U.S. presidents. Are you guys ready to start?
Yeah!
Perfect. My first question is, who was the first African-American Georgia.
Barack Obama.
Ding, ding, ding. She's got the right answer. My second question would be, who was the shortest president in history?
Who is Corey from Corey in the House?
That is correct. The third question I would like to ask is, what president famously collected rubber ducks in the office? Yes, Georgia. Oh, yes, Riley Sullivan.
Richard Nixon.
Yes, the correct answer is Richard Nixon. Thank you for joining us on Are You Smarter Than a UTP Student? We will see you next time.
This set is paid for by Hamburgers Venmo for making presidentializing.
My fellow Bro-Americans,
It has never been this over. We have evil bros booze cruising, putting pedestrians on the ground without a voice.
I, Johnny Hamburger, real American boy, am running for Mr. President to put an end to pedestrians, to make driving less fun for drinkers, like my opponent.
A vote for Johnny is no gamble. I am Johnny Hamburger, real American boy, and I approve this message.
Now there's a war criminal in the making. When discussing presidential elections, if someone has ever told you that the popular vote doesn't hold much weight, they're likely pointing to the Electoral College. Throughout U.S. presidential history, only 6 elections have seen the winner lose the popular vote, with the most recent instances occurring in the years 2000 and 2016. The Electoral College consists of individuals representing U.S. states who officially cast votes for the president and vice president. While it provides a mechanism to amplify the voices of less populous states, critics note its occasional divergence from the popular vote. It's important to note that these elections aren't legally bound to mirror the votes of their represented districts. The Electoral College was originally designed to balance the influence of more populous states such as Texas and California to prevent them from dominating election outcomes. Thus, the popular vote does indeed carry significance, but the Electoral College has the capacity to disregard it, leading some to question the impact of their vote. Well, Courtney, I sure hope the Electoral College has electoral recess.
Maybe they have electoral behavior charts like my roommates have for me.
Are you winning?
I'm in the doghouse, which means I'm on my worst behavior. So some of you might be thinking, what in the world is President's Day? Don't worry, I'm here to answer that question. This strange federal holiday began in 1862 when President Lincoln acknowledged February 22nd, which is Washington's birthday, as a federal holiday. As it sounds, George Washington's birthday was on the 22nd of February, and every year after his death, Americans would celebrate his birthday in remembrance of him. You might now be thinking, wait a minute, President's Day was on the 19th this year, and you would be correct. In the late 1960s, Congress proposed the Uniform Monday Holiday Act. This law sought to shift the celebration of several federal holidays from specific dates to a series of predetermined Mondays. So by law, President's Day is officially but is referred to as President's Day, to also include President Lincoln's birthday of February 12th. If I have to be honest, this is such a lame-o holiday, but at least we get a 3-day bender.
Hello, my name is Jake Sham,
There are two reasons you should vote for me for this presidential election. The first one is a vote for me is not a vote for that nasty guy Slim. And two, a vote for me is not a vote for that nasty guy Johnny. Vote for me, I'm the good one, some might say the best. This message was approved by Jake Sham.
Welcome back to Pop Culture Broncos. I'm Gina Genova.
And I'm Delaney Hall. This week we're bringing you the latest news in the world of politics. Since we celebrated President's Day on February 19th, a survey conducted by over 100 historians ranked all of the 45 U.S. presidents. They ranked our current president, Joe Biden, in spot number 14, and our former president, Donald Trump, in last place.
We all know students love a federal holiday. I mean, we cannot resist celebrating a day off of school. But what's even better is the number of deals we can secure while relaxing. Rankings show that fan favorites like Amazon and Target tend to have the biggest sales on this holiday weekend. Now it might be time to secure that new laptop or mattress with sales reaching 65% off.
Ugh, I love any chance to stay home and do some online shopping. Now for some rapid-fire pop culture with some of our favorite presidential moments from the past.
Marilyn Monroe performed for John F. Kennedy's 45th birthday in Madison Square Garden. She sang a sensual rendition of Happy Birthday, which started to spark rumors of Monroe and JFK. And we wouldn't do her justice without commenting on her gorgeous dress.
Oh yeah, the one Kim K wore to the Met Gala.
Yeah, she kind of ruined.
Oof. The King, aka Elvis Presley, was invited to the Oval Office on December 21st in 1970. Presley was there to get involved with Nixon's anti-drug campaign. Their photo is the most requested photo in the U.S. National Archives.
And we can't forget about Gerald Ford and Chevy Chase's relationship. Chase making fun of Ford's tumble down an airplane ramp on Saturday Night Live made these two become friends. Even Ford inviting Chase to the correspondence dinner.
Yep, and that's all we have for you this week in pop culture. Remember, the Idaho State primary election is on May 21st, so make sure you get out there and vote, Broncos.
Millions of dollars every year go well spent on things like food, gas, and school supplies. Every year, nasty guys like Johnny Hamburger and Jake Sam squeeze every ounce of spare change from the pockets of good gambling addicts. When I am elected supreme power, I promise to make sure that every dollar you earn will be spent in my casinos. I am Slim, and I approve this message.
In honor of President's Day, Carissa and I decided that we would share one of our hidden talents with you all.
That's right, everybody. We're both super good at presidential impressions, and that's because this is the closest thing we as women will ever get to being president. On that note, I'm going to start with Donald Trump. Okay, hold on. I gotta lock in. Let me...
You can do it.
That wasn't real. Let me tell you, folks, nobody does impressions better than us. Not Eloise, not Sebastian, nobody. I probably can't even outdo myself. Probably.
Probably, because that was amazing. Okay, here's my JFK. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask, what can you do for your country?
Good point. You really took a shot in the dark there. Right on the mark. Now, here is my Bill Clinton. I'll tell you once and I'll tell you again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
No, sir, you did not. Okay, this is going to be my Ronald Reagan.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, we can help everyone, but we can...
Can we help everyone?
No, but we can help someone.
Okay, enough. Here's my George Bush. I call upon all nations to halt and stop these terrorist attacks. That's not real. That's actually not real. I had nothing to do with 9/11, and now watch me tee off.
Great drive.
Thanks, right down the middle.
Oh yeah.
Do Obama.
Oh, I'm good at Obama.
Okay.
My fellow Americans. Change is never easy. But it's always possible.
Very optimistic of you, Barack. Okay, well, that was not fun, but I'm glad you guys got to experience that with us, and now we're going to send it over to the spec for our own presidential debate.
Good evening from Boise State University. I'm Nathan Cutler, and welcome to the first ever University Television presidential debate. We have 3 candidates running for president tonight, and our first one is Johnny Hamburger.
Hello, voter bros. Make balloting of me if you care to have the most magnanimous president of my home country, the American United States.
Our next candidate is Slim.
Don't gamble with your life. Vote for Slim.
And finally, Jake.
Hello, good people. My name is Jake Sham. Some call me the great Jake Sham. I love that. I love them. I love you. All of you, you're great people. The best people are those who vote for me.
Great, let's get started. Johnny, the first question is for you. What is your stance on pedestrians in regards to drunk driving, and what will you do about it during your presidency?
Good question. It is great to be here. Having pedestrians makes drink driving too much like fun video game, the Grand Theft Auto. If there are no pedestrians, drunk driving is no fun, and no one will want to do it.
Interesting answer. Slim, what about you?
Free the people. Free their minds. If the pop goes wheeling, weasel go pop. Under my dictatorship, I will chain you to a radiator. I wrote a haiku for y'all tonight. God bless America.
Another interesting answer for sure. Jake, what about you?
Great question. No drunk driving for this guy. No. When I'm drunk, I spend that time with your mother. Probably shouldn't have said that. They'll cancel me. Hey, you shut up.
Very interesting answers, everyone. And I will remind the audience to be polite. Next question. Jake, what would the ideal Saturday look like under your leadership?
No Saturdays off for this guy, no. Maybe a tea time, just one tea time. Is that okay? I'll work tirelessly, I promise, tirelessly to beat our enemies in the war.
Johnny, what about you?
Bro, thank you for asking. I just want to make powerful political partying with the voters. Each person's deserved to make boogie dance with righteous tunes.
Slim, what about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with that. Every Saturday will be like my birthday. Toys R Us will reopen just for me. I'll pick up some Pokemon cards, hit the liquor store, run the dice circuit with taxpayers' money, and then everybody will buy me presents.
All right, gentlemen, we have reached our final question for the evening. Slim, under your presidency, how prevalent will gambling be in America?
I care about the kids in our country. I really do. This is how we solve the problem in our public schools. We keep our kids gambling, drinking, at my casinos. This will be our new economic curriculum. If there's one thing I won't gamble with, it's my life. Vote for Slim.
Johnny, what about you?
Whoa, another query from the Question Kings. Voters will not gamble with a Johnny vote, nor will they ever. There will be no risk-taking in Mr. the President Hamburger's America.
Finally, Jake, what about you?
We love Vegas, don't we, folks? Not as much as this guy. What a nasty guy Slim is.
Not as nasty as her mother.
Both nasty guys on stage up here. I can't say that.
Unfortunately, I had to cut off all their mics. Polls open in November. Make sure you vote for the best candidate. We'll see you back in the studio.
Thanks for watching and join us next time on Live and On Demand.